All right, I have been waiting quite some time for this segment. We've got Wayne Partello. He's the Senior Group Director of Marketing and Content with the Miami Dolphins, focused on connecting the fans with the team. We're going to discuss how the Miami Dolphins use their social media to market the team and connect with their fans. And I want to make sure you always join us on Monday at 8 o'clock for our Go Fins chat. Welcome, Wayne Partello.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for being there and connecting with the fans. We've talked a lot on the tweet chats about how the Dolphins have really adapted and opened up the team to being accessible through all the different media platforms and how all of them reach different people in different ways. Tell me a little bit about the Dolphins' support of their social media program.
Yeah, I would say, probably about 2 years ago, we really put together a platform and a strategy to make sure, in realizing that, communication with fans has diversified and changed over the last 5 years. People used to get up in the morning and read their paper. I don't know about you, but I don't have, that's not a huge part of the population today. And a lot of people get up and go online and want to connect. And the folks out there feel now that the expectation is to have more access. And as an organization, we kind of looked ahead and saw that coming and really wanted to focus and invest in the resources to start building a content team that could produce content around the Miami Dolphins, give fans access like never before, and connect them with the organization. We built a multimedia team that covers the Miami Dolphins, and from there we've now been able to diversify where we deliver the content. So produce it once, deliver it many, by producing one press conference, where in the past we would have several video cameras there. We now have one, and then we take that content and we strip it out. It could be a video, it could be audio on the radio, we could tweet some headlines from there or some quotes, and then we write stories about it. So that's sort of been our plan, our strategy, and we're really happy to see our Facebook fans, over 1.2 million fans on Facebook.
Whoa.
And over 170,000 followers on Twitter. So we really enjoy that, and this year rolling out what we joke about as our Finstagram platform, which
Finstagram, Johnny.
Yes, which we connect to our Twitter, but providing the fans with stuff that they can't get anywhere else. That's what we try to do. We feel like sports talk radio does a really good job of stirring the pot, and that's their job, and that's my career history is where I came from. And our job isn't to stir the pot. Our job is to provide access and let fans make their own decisions. And access that wasn't there 5 years ago. You weren't allowed to watch. You didn't have access to coach's press conference. So you do now. And through social media and our multimedia platform, we feel like we've built a strong connection between us and the fans.
Now, we've talked about that you're on a lot of different platforms. I would have to believe that each platform has its own constituency and therefore your own type of contact that you drive there.
Absolutely. .com is one thing, and that's a little bit longer form, short form video. When you get into Facebook, we look at Facebook as like our television audience. It's broad. It's fans who could range from diehards to casual fans. But then we look at our Twitter fans as sort of that really diehard fan, the behind the scenes that I want access, I want nonstop throughout the day content. So we target and program each of those platforms differently to speak to the fans that are there. People on Facebook don't want us blowing up their newsfeed all day with information. On Twitter, it's kind of expected. We also need to communicate more. We need to answer questions on Twitter and reply back to people and communicate and follow different people back. Where on Facebook, it's a little less of that and more just sort of here it is. We want to hear what your thoughts are. We ask a lot of questions on Facebook, but we don't get involved in the conversation as much because the conversation is sort of consumed so quickly and moves on. So
now we've only got about a minute or so left. Sure. What is coming up next year? I know you're going to wire the stadium. It's almost impossible at times to get out now when you really want to get out. What are some other things that are going on?
Yeah, Wi-Fi is a big thing for us. If you look at, when you watch a game and how you consume it, a lot of while you're watching it on TV, you're on your phone, you're on a computer. We want to make sure our fans have access to that at our stadium, and our ownership of Stephen Ross has invested to make sure that our fans, when they come to the game, will have the most Wi-Fi connectivity that's out there.
Well, Johnny and I we took the social media club of South Florida to the last game. They were a couple of the winners that we had on the giveaways of the tickets that you guys provide to us. And we just had the greatest time. They were Instagramming and doing the tweets and everything else. It's tough to get out when it was really the moment that we wanted to get out. But it's really great to see the evolution of the fan experience from when I sat there and looked down and watched the ticker tape to see how my fantasy team was to now I don't ever have to look up.
Right.
It's amazing. And I actually had to stop playing fantasy football because I couldn't focus on what the most important thing going on Sunday was. The Dolphin game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we've rolled out a new Dolphins app, which you can get at dolphins.com/app. Pretty easy. And we're actually working on the next wave of that app, that when you get to Sun Life Stadium, a different version of the app appears in your phone.
Awesome.
So a geo-fenced version of the Dolphins app that when you're in the stadium, you get access to content that nobody else has, which, it brings going to the games at Sun Life even more important.
It's a no-brainer on why you're doing that. It's absolutely, if I got to have that content, I got to be at the game. And if I'm at the game, then I'm getting VIP treatment in every aspect of my experience. It's genius.
There's no question about it. As this team and people in the city are getting excited, with Ryan Tannehill, Reggie Bush, this offense.
Oh, they're the real deal, these guys.
It's exciting. It's fun, and it's fun for us too in the front office. But as we look out and see everybody getting excited, it's really important, to get out there and support this team and fill that stadium and make sure. Is they're standing in the tunnel and talking to these guys, they can hear the crowd, and you can feel that excitement, and it's important for them to know how loud it's going to be and how exciting that crowd's going to be when the kick goes off.
Well, Wayne, I've been waiting too long to end this, but I got to end it, so I got to have you back, and we got to lead off with you and do a nice long segment at the top of the show. Will you come back for us?
We can do that.
Oh, that's the greatest. We'll be right back after this short break. I want to thank Wayne and the Miami Dolphins for this segment. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about the election, so stick with us.
That was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
You provided the best information.
No music.
Awesome. I'm gonna send
I didn't hear that.
interview to all my friends.
What was that?
I'm going to send that segment to
Oh,
all my
good.
friends.
Good. Appreciate it.
It's my problem.
They
My
love
problem.
The Dolphins, and I don't think they're aware of that.
I gave you all the time, and I messed up his rhythm. Because he kept going 1 minute, 1 minute. I kept wanting to talk more.
But he provided the best info. Awesome.
Let me just focus. Now we need you to edit Wayne too, Johnny.